the part about the kids, it's like it's understandable,
Yeah.
but is that really a deal breaker?
Yes. For a lot of men, yes. For a lot of men, yes.
That that's
It's hard. Yeah. It's like it's just
because
really
it's
yeah.
like
Go
you
ahead.
could meet the woman of your dreams.
Yeah.
She has everything that you're looking for, but has children.
Because yeah, it's just it's just very tough, right? Because the kids it's gonna be very complicated because having a relationship with a single mom is more complicated than having a relationship with a woman that has no kids. Because when you have
Because
a sin, go ahead.
with one of my friends, so one of my friends, he was talking to a mom
Hmm.
who had two kids,
Hmm.
you know, and so I asked him, I was just like, I said, do you see her any differently, or would you see her any differently if she didn't have kids? He said, absolutely.
Hmm.
He said, because she is who she is because of her kids.
Hmm.
Like it's like he says that like, she's loving. She learned how to be loving because of her kids.
Hmm.
She learned how to be financially stable because of her kids.
Hmm.
Like if it wasn't for her kids, how would she be right now? And so I was just like, would you want to later on, be a part of her kids' life? He goes, absolutely. So it's just like I get his mentality, and I honestly get both sides because I'm a person who thinks both inside and outside the box.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I get both sides. So if you were to put me in the middle of a debate, I can't choose a side. I'm sorry, I cannot. But it's that's sad. It's sad because it's like you can't help. It's like the woman couldn't help but have the child. Like yes, we have that choice to have the child or not.
Hmm.
What if religion came into play? What if her beliefs came into play? It's just like she couldn't help but have that child.
Hmm.
So like the fact that that's a deal breaker, like I get it, but at the same time that's sad.
But you just have to understand for like a lot of guys, like it's just like if we had, it's just taking care of a kid that's not mine, right?
Yeah,
So for women, you may not say it that way because that kid is yours. That
yeah.
that genetically biologically is yours. But that guy, he has no. That's none of my. It's not for me. So
I
and
think
also,
I only
but
really feel that way because of my kids' father,
yeah,
because of the way he's treating his kids.
yeah.
And I'm also I'm also thinking of how his girlfriend now is thinking about the kids and him as a father. It's like I can't help but have that mentality because I'm going through a divorce with children. So it's it's hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
think of it a certain way rather than, just both sides.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the quality of the woman is less than a single mom. The quality of a woman who a single mom is less than a woman that's single. No, I know a lot of great single mom. All I'm saying is the amount of work you have to put in, right? Because if you want to date a single mom, right? Not only he has to date you, but he also have to build a relationship with those kids, and that can be very difficult. I'm just saying, just dating a single mom provides a lot of complexities and more responsibility than just being with a woman that has no kids and you can just have your own kids with. So for a lot of guys, it's just they see, wow, like they understand that there's a lot of work that goes, a lot of work and responsibility that goes with dating a one mom that's like dating a single mom. When he, with a lot of those things that he can avoid a lot of those responsibilities and things he has to deal with you, just being with a woman that has no kids. But like I said, the man loves you enough, great. But men understand that number one, like most men don't want to raise another man's child, and men just understand that it's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's gonna be a lot more difficult to date a single mom. And plus, if you're a single mom, you already want a man that's already complete. Like he's about his life, but he's not willing to do. You're not willing to deal with bullshit. So a lot of men is like it's easy to date a woman that's single you know uh because the because he doesn't have to have his life together to be with a single woman. But for single moms, you all want a man wants his life together because you have kids now. So you have multiple kids. I'm sure you're gonna be with him. So he has to have his life straight. So for men, there's just a lot of complexity that come with it. And there are men out there to do it. Yeah, great. Yeah. But it's just if most men, I know most men won't do it. As soon as they find out that you have kids, they're just like, oh man, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of responsibility, and they probably not.
I would make sure that that's the first thing I say.
That's why I say like bring it up in the first thing, so that way you don't waste your time. And yeah. Anybody else wanna answer that?
I mean, I feel like you have like everyone's different. Everyone have their different tastes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with you, it's just different. Like, and it's not like it's in general. Like, not everyone would take their kids. I mean, the kids. I think it's just that, like, I mean, everyone has fantasies, right? Like, let's see, for me, I have always wanted like someone that like I get married and I have my own kids, but then like I find out that like I find a person that already has kids, that has been married, that has been living with someone already. So it's like it's not like I just feel that it's not special for me, right? That's how I feel. But I feel like everyone thinks differently. So that's how I think. Maybe you just want like, like someone that doesn't have kids, that like maybe like it's just your own because you have always wanted that.
No, I mean, I'll be upfront. If you ask men, right, would you want to raise somebody else's kid, or would you want to raise your own kids? I guarantee you, majority of men, we want to raise their own kids. It's a tough thing to raise another man's child. It's just a tough thing to do. And I mean, I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is tough, to raise a kid that's not yours. And yeah, and then, like I said, there's a lot of challenges that comes. There's a lot of things that a single mom will expect out of a man dating her, because she has kids and it's different responsibilities you expect from that man. Then you won't have to deal with those responsibilities with a woman that's single and has no kids. So it just really comes down to what's the easiest option. And for most men, it's just easier for them to date a woman that's single. But it takes a specific type of man to date a woman that is a single woman. And I think the last time I checked, it was like, I think in America, like the 50% of single moms are never been married before. So so these are women that are single moms, but the men and the biological father did not propose. So that's what, I mean, I know a lot of beautiful women right now. It's just like they're good women. It's just they're single moms, and then the men it's just really hard for men to do that. So yeah. Anything you guys want to add to that? All right, Ashley.
For the ladies, would you guys date a single dad?
Absolutely.
Because I would. I definitely would.
Yeah, I have. But it just doesn't work. It's like the guy wasn't ready for a relationship, so it was hard. So I don't know.
Yeah. But you know why women are more women are more willing to date single dads than guys are willing to date a single mom?
Yeah. Because then we would know how they would be treating our kids. We would know we know that caring side of him.
Mm-hmm.
We know that, he would be able to take care of a family because of the way that he would raise his children.
Yeah. Okay. Leah?
And we don't that's the maternity side of us. Like that's the maternal side.
Yeah.
We tend to be like, oh, that's really cute, like what if he does this with our son or our daughter, this and that, rather than, because we don't have that mentality of, oh, that's another woman's child. We don't have that mentality. We have the maternal side of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course the man, he's gonna think of the struggle. He's gonna think of, the hardship because he has to raise another man's child.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, Leah.
Yeah, I would definitely date a single dad because for me, I mean, at least if he's showing that he's responsible for his own, related to what Ashley's saying, then you'd know that he would be capable of supporting, not just you and yours, but like if you have children in the future together. But also it's just learning that like this man actually has a heart.
Yeah.
And he's actually serious. Like if he's committed and responsible, then judging by how he dad, it's an easy one.